All right, so welcome everyone to the American Heritage Virtual Lab. Today we're going to go over the assigned readings that you guys had for this week, but before we get into the lecture, any questions you guys might have for the upcoming test, I want to break you guys into small groups and have you guys discuss what you read for this week. So mainly covering the readings about the Puritans and the Pilgrims. So just talk about the main similarities and differences that you guys found between the two groups, whether those were theological or economical, whatever it may be. One group will stay here in the main cafe with me, and the other group will go to breakout room 1.
So who's in my group?
So Jessica, Ryan, and Mark, you guys will stay here in the main cafe with me, and then Kenzie, Sydney, and Harrison will go to breakout room 1. I'll give you guys a couple of minutes to talk about this over, and then we'll come back in the main cafe to discuss together. All right, let's do this.
Okay, so what did you guys take away from the reading?
One of the main similarities between the two groups that I noticed were that they both were separatists from the Church of England. Like, they had problems with how the church was being.
Yeah, I thought the same thing, but the Pilgrims were kind of different because they wanted to completely remove themselves from the Church of England, whereas the Puritans thought they could purify the church within. Hence the
True, and if we want to go into more factual information, the Pilgrims were the first ones to leave England, and then the Puritans came about 10 years later.
Yeah, and the Pilgrims were led by William Bradford and the Puritans by John Wood.
Are there any more similarities?
Well, you could say that both groups thought of themselves as God's chosen people, similar to the children of Israel in the Bible.
Oh yeah, and didn't they model their writings after the Bible?
It wasn't so much that they modeled their writings after the Bible as it was that they thought of their lives and the things that happened to them as types or shadows of the events of the Bible. Like, if their crops all died, they would think they were being punished by God, like how the children of Israel would be punished by God in the Old Testament for disobedience.
Oh, okay, got it.
Hey, are you guys just about done?
Uh-huh.
Yep.
Okay, awesome. So I'll just bring everyone back here in the main cafe, and we'll talk about what you guys discussed. Okay, so I hope your discussions were productive. Let's start with some of the main differences that you guys found between these two groups. Group 2, what did you guys come up with?
In our group, we talked about the different perspectives on religious reform. For example, the Pilgrims wanted to separate themselves from the Church of England, whereas the Puritans thought it was possible to change the church while still being a part of it.
Our group talked about that as well.
Okay, awesome. So it looks like we're all on the same page as far as that goes. And what you guys said was exactly right. So the Pilgrims thought the Church of England was so corrupt that there was no possible way of salvaging it. So they instead want to establish their own small sects of religious people. But on the other hand, the Puritans thought the church wasn't past redemption. They thought they could still redeem it and some of its qualities. So they thought they could change the church from within. For that reason, some Puritans left in the Americas, whereas others stayed in England. All right, what else did you guys come up with?
We also talked about some of the similarities between the two.